Sa Lunes, July 20, magdedesisyon ang senator judges kung ipapasabpina ang tax at bank records ni Vice President Sara Duterte at asawang si Attorney Mans Carpio. Nagpresenta na ng kani-kanilang argumento ang prosekusyon at depensa sa Day 6 ng impeachment trial kahapon. Balitang hatid ni Sandra Aguinaldo.
Ang pinagdebatihan ng prosecution at depensa, dapat bang ipasabina ang tax records ni Vice President Sara Duterte, mister na si Attorney Mans Carpio at kanilang mga negosyo para magamit bilang ebidensya sa impeachment court. Pinasasabpi na rin ng prosecution ang mga record ng transaksyon nila mula sa ilang bangko at reports ng Anti-Money Laundering Council o AMLAC. Pangunahing punto ng prosecution, dapat mailabas ang buong katotohanan kaugnay sa Article 2 ng impeachment case saan nila'y hindi maipaliwanag na yaman ng bise, mga ari-ariang hindi nakadeklara at pakikibahagi umano sa negosyo habang siya ay pangalawang pangulo na ipinagbabawal nila ng saligang batas.
Bubuksan ba natin ang pinto ng katotohanan o haharangin ito? Ang hiling ng prosecution ay mailabas ang buong katotohanan. For this honorable court to determine whether VP Sara Duterte is unfit to continue in office, it must have a clear picture of the respondent as a public servant. Kailangan makita ng publiko at ng mga senator judge ang tunay na kulay ng vice-presidente at larawan ng kanyang buong pagkatao bilang isang lingkod bayan.
Batay raw sa report ng AMLAC, nagsimulang tumaas ng malaki ang financial activity ng Vice Presidente mula 2007 nang manungkulan siya bilang Vice Mayor ng Davao City. Dagdag ni Jokno, mula 2007 hanggang 2013, umabot sa 3 bilyong piso ang financial activity ng Vice Presidente. Taong 2022, nahalal na Vice President si Duterte.
If she amassed staggering amounts of unexplained wealth while she was a vice mayor and mayor, doesn't that say a lot about her unfitness to serve as a vice president? Isn't that relevant to the question this court must resolve at the end of this trial of whether or not the vice president betrayed the trust given to her by the people?
Sabi ni Akbayan Party List Representative Chel Jokno, may kapangyarihan ang impeachment court na isabina ang mga tax at bank record. Kahit ang mga umiiral na batas, gaya ng Bank Secrecy Law at Data Privacy Act, hindi hadlang sa kapangyarihan ng impeachment court. Pinaalala rin ng prosecution na minsan ang umaksyon ng impeachment court sa ganitong usapin sa kaso ni dating Chief Justice Renato Corona.
Tanging ang hukumang ito lamang ang may kapangyarihang magpasya kung ang mga pinakamataas na pinuno ng ating bansa ay karapat-dapat pa rin manungkulan. Because this power comes directly from the Constitution, no one, no person, no law, no administrative rule can limit or supersede it. Kahit ang Bank Secrecy Law po ay sumusunod at tumatalima sa impeachment court. The law explicitly states, and I quote its pertinent portions, "All deposits are hereby considered as of an absolutely confidential nature, except in cases of impeachment." Hindi rin po hadlang ang Data Privacy Act. The law itself affirms that confidentiality shall not apply, and I quote, "should the personal information be needed pursuant to a subpoena duly issued."
Argumento naman ng depensa, malalabag ang karapatan ng bise sa due process. Fishing expedition aniya o paghahanap ng ebidensya ang pakay ng prosecution.
When a subpoena becomes oppressive, when it is unreasonable, and when it is merely issued for the very purpose that there is a hope that somewhere, somehow, something incriminating will come out, it ceases to be an instrument of justice. It becomes a weapon of a fishing expedition. And that is exactly what confronts this very court today. And that is why the defense has taken the position that the prosecution's requests must be denied.
Labag-aniya sa saligang batas at ilang desisyon ng Korte Suprema ang nais ng prosecution na buksan ang mga tax at bank records na dapat ay confidential. Dagdag niya, labag din ito sa Anti-Money Laundering Act, Tax Code, Law on Secrecy of Bank Deposits at iba pa.
Let's look at the tax code. Section 270 of which criminalizes disclosure of taxpayers' information. Meron po bang exception sa batas na ito? Meron po, but it is limited. Kasama po bang impeachment? Hindi po. Yun nga pong mga bank account numbers na nakaspecify sa request for the issuance of a subpoena, ang aming posisyon po dyan, yan po ay nakalap doon sa illegal disclosure, with all due respect, na ginawa ng AMLAC before the Committee on Justice.
Malalabag din aniya ang karapatan ng mister ng bise na isang pribadong individual. Hindi rin aniya nararapat na pati bank documents nung hindi pa Vice President si Duterte ay nais gamiting ebidensya ng mga taga-usig.
The prosecution is requesting for documents spanning almost 2 decades, almost 20 years, dating as far back as 2007. Your Honors, it is a fact na noong 2007, ang respondent ay vice mayor pa lamang. Definitely not an impeachable office, Your Honors. How is that relevant? It is the position of the defense that it is not. In fact, what that is an unlimited search throughout a person's financial history.
Matapos ilatag ang kanilang mga argumento, nagkaroon din ng pagkakataon ang magkabilang panig na sagutin ang punto ng isa't isa sa pag-asang makumbinsi ang mga senator judge.
Confidentiality, Your Honor, should not be the prevailing principle in this proceeding. Hindi po confidential ang katotohanan.
We do not disagree with the prosecution in terms of accountability. Again, no one is above the law, but no one should also be deprived of the protection given by law.
Isang oras na nag-caucus ang mga senator judge.
In caucus, the senator judges agreed to study the matter more. The senator judges agreed in caucus to decide on the matter on Monday.
Sandra Aguinaldo nagbabalita para sa GMA News.